Hey everybody. Hang on one second. Welcome back. These were some company secrets that got exposed on TikTok.
Okay, so a lot of you know that I do Sephora stories. Let's do a speed round, shall we? The employees don't deep clean their brushes as often as they should. Deep clean as in soap and water. They'll mostly use a spray. I know that spray does not take off everything. Nowadays, they hire just about anybody, which is probably why your makeovers come out looking like shit. When you're getting a makeover, not every Sephora employee cleans their testers well before they use it on a client. Some girls I've seen never clean them at all. If they're using an eyeshadow palette or a pressed powder on you, they're supposed to spray it with alcohol and wipe it down with a tissue. I promise you, a good chunk of employees never did that. They'll give you your birthday gift early if you just ask. It's probably different now because of COVID, but if you've ever seen one of these sanitary stations, don't touch it. It's not sanitary. If they use the word customer instead of client around you, that means shoplifter. You can only get arrested if LP is there. Account can be flagged from doing too many returns, resulting in a declined return. Some of those testers have been there for ages. Do not put that on your face.
That was so little time. Yeah, when you said speed round, you really freaking meant it, didn't you? Ew, gross. I don't know about you guys, but you can't really try on makeup in Sephora anymore. You can buy it and then try it at your house and then return it if you don't like it.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
But it's just like, damn, that was like the one reason why I really liked going in there. How am I supposed to know if a lipstick looks good on me until I try it on? And don't be coming at me with those virtual try-on things. That doesn't work, all right? It's different in different lighting. One minute I got a cute nude on, the next minute I look like I'm like a corpse.
You can find out where Lululemon, American Eagle, and any brand in the world sources their products from. Let me show you. It looks like Lulu is sourcing most of their items out of Shanghai. Who should I do next? Leave it in the comments.
Oh, is that why you could go on DHgate and get pretty much an exact replica of anything Lululemon? I feel like that's... I mean, don't download DHgate, ever. Don't do that. Do it.
Did you know? A study found that 0.2% of Oreos contain dead spiders. This means 1 in 6 people who eat Oreos have consumed a spider.
Yummy protein with my Oreos. Psst. Psst, psst, psst. Come here. Subscribe.
Do it! I used to work for Starbucks a long time ago, and here's some secrets. Most of the time, we used to spell your name wrong on purpose. We used to get told, spell their name wrong, they'll do free advertising for us. You're going to put it on your social media, you're going to talk about it. If it goes viral, you've just done advertising for the company. If you're rude to your barista, they will give you decaf coffee. Tastes the same, you're just not going to get the coffee kick you need. Likewise, if you're nice to your barista, you are going to get stuff knocked off. They won't charge you for extra shots, they won't charge you for extra syrup. They'll make your coffee beautifully. The love you give them is the love you're getting back. Look for the person with the black apron. Now, I don't know if they do this anymore, but those people are coffee masters. They have been trained to make beautiful coffees. They know what they're doing. They'll make it expertly. Most of the staff will have tried all the foods and all the drinks. So get them to make you something that they think is nice, because I'm telling you, it's always a winning combination. It might not be on the menu, but they'll have mixed a couple of flavors together to make you something beautiful.
Noted. Also, side noted, I love your accent. Stunning.
Keep talking.
My lips are a little dry. I'm getting a humidifier soon.
Exposing McDonald's secrets. Here is my McDonald's shirt. I did have the hat, but I don't know what happened to it. I seen a girl do this video before, and we had pretty similar experiences, so you guys might hear some of the same stuff, but I would try to keep it fresh. Unlike McDonald's. First of all, the ice cream machine is almost never broke. People just don't like changing out the shake mix, and they hate cleaning the machine.
Oh, I knew
go to
it.
McDonald's now and I order a McFlurry, and they tell me the ice cream machine is broken. I look at the machine, I can tell when it's on, and I'm like, I know you're lying to me. Once I tell them I used to work at McDonald's, they change the shake mix and give me my McFlurry. Now, at my store, the people did not wear gloves when they were preparing the food. When they would make your burgers, they would just do it with their bare hands, but they washed them before they did it. And who knows how thoroughly they wash their hands. Eggs for the McMuffins sometimes sit out for like hours before you get them. The ice cream machine is almost never clean, and there's like dead bugs and cockroaches inside. Some workers will drop the food on the floor and pick it up and then continue making it.
I mean, I think that's kind of what you can expect when you go to McDonald's. It's not exactly healthy central.
You only live once, right?
Also, does anyone else want McDonald's right now?
I do.
It always seems like a good idea in the moment until like about half an hour after you eat it. And guys, I've been back from Mexico for about a week and a bit now. It's finally getting back to normal. Pun very much intended. Let's not mess it up again. Thank you for listening to my TMI.
Today I'm going to expose something to you guys. Working with brands as a content creator. Brand deals can be one of two things: fulfilling or infuriating. Just to be clear, I'm not going to be naming any brands because I don't think that will be fair, but I've got some stuff to tell you.
Yeah, there's contracts.
There are some brands and companies who offer great products and services, who have great communication, amazing negotiation, and understand your value as a creator with the platform you've worked hard to build. And on the other hand, there are brands that are the complete opposite of that on one or all of those aspects. Here are some examples. One brand wanted female creators. I'm not a female creator. Other brands asked me to promote things that aren't anywhere near my niche. Do some research. But the worst one has to be a brand offering me $200 for 5 promotional videos. That's daylight robbery. If you're a creator, don't let brands take advantage of you.
Thank you for that. I feel like a lot of people see the brand deals and they don't think what goes into them. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of back and forth. It's kind of like you're taking on a boss when you don't have a boss. And if you're doing like 5 of them in 1 month, it's a lot. It's a lot of people that are trying to get your attention at all hours of the night, first thing in the morning. It's a lot of work. And also, if you don't up your prices, they will pretty much not really pay you what you're worth. Kind of just the way that it goes.
That's outrageous.
I promise you this, I'm only going to put brands on my channel that I've checked out or my agent has checked out and made sure that they are reputable. It's not worth the work. And it's also not worth selling you guys something that like I don't fully believe in or a brand that I don't fully back. You know what I'm saying?
When you call Disney World, you're calling the reservation center, dining, whatever it may be. You have to call them whatever, tickets. Like anywhere else, they answer the phone, the cast members, they give you their name, whatever, you go on with the conversation. They're all stage names. These are assigned. Nobody has double names. That's why some of them you'll hear like super weird or like 2 names. That way you're still identifiable, but you also have that layer of security. So yeah, if you ever have to call, be super nice, but like it is a stage name.
Interesting. Now I feel like everybody that's gonna call Disneyland is gonna be like, is that your real name? Really? I know that's not your real name.
I worked at Hollister and I think it's different now, but back in the day, it was kind of messed up. There were 2 positions. One was called backstock and one was called model, and the model was like the customer service people who actually were on the floor and dealt with customers. In order to be a model, you had to be attractive, and in the interview process, they rate you from a scale of 1 to 10. You had to keep your hair and makeup natural, you couldn't paint your nails, and you could only wear their clothes that were navy blue and white, including shoes. So when I worked there, they only had the flimsy little flip-flops, and I just had to wear those on my shifts. And the reason they're called models is because apparently Hollister, like all of their ad models, all of the models in the pictures were pulled from the employees. And on Black Friday, they always picked the skinniest girl and paid her more than everyone else to stand in the front with the shirtless guys. It was so messed up. It was always just on looks.
Oh, wow. So that's why I didn't get a job there.
Lies!
I'm probably just not on brand.
I only worked at Claire's for like a summer, so I didn't have that much time there. But I do know, don't get your ears pierced at Claire's. Don't let your child get their ears pierced at Claire's. And definitely do not let your infant get their ears pierced at Claire's. I only had to watch my manager do 2 piercings before I was allowed to start doing them. And I only ever practiced on a teddy bear before doing on an actual human being. A literal teddy bear. We were told to lie to the families. If they were worried about their child having any type of allergic reaction to the metal, we were told to tell them that the safest metal we had was the 24 karat gold option, which was obviously the most expensive, but that's not true. Safest metal at Claire's is actually the cheapest. For $15, you get surgical grade titanium. Yes, there's less options and they look less pretty, they don't have as many gemstones, but you can always change it later, and it's the only metal Claire's has that's surgical grade.
Interesting. But also, I'm not going to go get my ears pierced at Claire, so I will take that information and maybe use it to get my 3rd piercing on my ears.
All right, so I worked at Best Buy for the better part of a decade. Ironically, wearing a blue and yellow hat. Not on purpose. So the big one is you don't have to buy their protection plan. If you go back in the store and your product isn't working within a year, they can actually take it back right then and there and give you a gift card for credit.
Oh!
And if they tell you they can't honor a manufacturer warranty, they're full of shit. Ask for a manager. If you're gonna buy a cell phone from them, just know that it's more expensive to buy it from Best Buy than it is at a carrier store. The carrier store is gonna be about 150 bucks off.
Whoa.
If you're ever gonna buy an open box TV or a big ticket item, try to get it on a Saturday night because they need to hit their numbers for the week and they'll be more willing to work with you to get a deal done. If they try to sell you an HDMI cable, just say no. You can
Really?
get the exact same thing on Amazon for like $4. The last thing is they actually lose money on computer sales, so when they try to give you a bundle deal with whatever accessories they have, you're actually not getting that great of a deal.
I wish I knew this before. I think that will stick with me for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Secrets big companies don't want you to know. Discontinued scents in bath stores are usually reused and remarketed and come back later on under a different name. TV networks speed up original shows in order to show you more commercials, and they speed up so little you can barely notice. To put it in perspective, a 30-second ad on a national network is about $115,000. So if a 30-minute show is sped up by just 2 minutes, that's 4 extra slots and they're making $460,000 more. Supermarkets add carbon monoxide to meat to make it redder longer. About 70% of supermarkets will add carbon monoxide to their meat, and this will make it more red and it'll stay red even after it goes bad.
Yucky.
Your printer's ink is actually not empty. Ink cartridges are meant to signal that they're low after a certain number of pages, so even if you're printing in just black and white, these colored ones are gonna go down as well.
I'm literally blown away. I'm learning so much. I'll take a sip of water now. Who's ready for another McDonald's? I'm not even surprised at this point at anything.
I worked at McDonald's and I learned so much shit. You think that they're just fast food and shit, but they have so much science behind everything. So for example, your straw at McDonald's is larger. Do you know why it's larger? Because it lets more carbonation hit your tongue and makes the soda taste better. That's why it's better at McDonald's. Their grilled chicken is injected with a salt water mixture to keep it moist, but also flavorful. McDonald's actually commissions Coke for their own recipe of syrup. That's why their Coke has a little bit more sugar and a lot more flavor. Their ice cream machine is made from whole whipping cream and it's cleaned once a week. Did you know that Tyson actually makes the chicken nuggets? They're actually not that processed and they're made by Tyson and they're privately labeled.
Interesting. Some of that was good, some of it not so good. Really, every week I feel like that's not much.
Isn't it kind of illegal?
That's the chili, bro. This is all like the meat, all the old shit, all the old meat. And this is where it goes in this bag, in this freezer. And then we make your chili, you feel me? Simple. And nigga, then your chili.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Should get defrosted. And then that's your chili. That's how your chili get made.
So it's just like old burgers that you just toss in there. Great. I'm pretty sure I just ate Tim Hortons chili like a couple days ago. I'm a little worried now. All right, we got time for one more.
Many years ago, I used to work for this department store that rhymes with Borgstrom. When I first started there, I actually worked in the shoe department. One day, these ladies tried to come up to me and return a pair of Noah Blahniks. They were sandals, they were silver, and they were actually kind of dirty. So, mind you, she had no box. She says, I want to return these shoes. I said, how is that? She said, you just look it up and return it to my card. So instantly, like, I'm flabbergasted, and I go ask my manager about it. She says, yes, that's actually true. So, of course, they try to go through
I've
all
heard
the
this
avenues
before.
to see if you actually got the shoes from the store. But if they can't find it, it doesn't mean they're not going to return the shoe. What they do is they actually look at the price of the shoe now. So say you got the shoe for $500 back then, and now it's like for $375. Majority of the time, people are gonna take that $375. Later in that week, I actually had a lady who returned 2 pairs of shoes that came in the box. Oh, but she got these shoes 10 years ago. I asked her, I said, why are you returning these shoes? She said she lost her job. Mind you, these shoes were like $500 each. As soon as I scanned them on the computer, there was the receipt. She got $500 for each pair of shoes.
What an absolutely horrible return policy for them. Alrighty guys, those are some company secrets that got exposed. Big secrets that companies don't want you to know. I feel so knowledgeable now. I'm gonna go to Best Buy. Subscribe!